Okay, so it is 2 days after Christmas and it's new axe day. So I wanted something on the smaller side. So I've got like my big bushcraft knife, my Lynx from the bushcraft store. I've then got the smaller Lynx compact. I've got the bigger silky saw, the Gone Boy, and I've got the Pocket Boy. So I wanted something to go with my smaller set to bring it out for lightweight. So this is the Husqvarna trekking hatchet axe. It's 24 centimeters long with a 620 gram head. So as it comes stock like this from the shop, obviously without the little lanyard on it, the handle is hickory, and it's got a nice straight grain on it, as you can see on there, a nice straight grain. The handle's quite thin and does bulbous out quite a lot, so your gripping area is kind of here. I may trim a little bit off there and thin out that bit so I can bring my hand down slightly, so I've got a bit more chopping action. It comes with a nice leather sheath, okay, which is just a pop with it and the leather sheath comes off. So as I said, a 620 gram head, about a 5 centimeter kind of cutting edge. Okay, it's got a nice thick pommel at the back. So this is kind of my kind of smallest axe I've got now, but I haven't used it yet, which I'm going to chop in a sec. I did have to take a sharpening stone to the edge because it wasn't drastically sharp when I had it, but stock, that's basically how it comes. So first chop, okay, I'm going to cut through some of this, I think it's silver birch from the other day. So I'm just going to angle my camera down to the chopping block. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. So I'm going to use dead man's finger and I'll give it a good swing. So same as I've always said, is any smaller axe or hatchet you want to be using low down, so if you do miss, you hit your chopping block or the ground. So holding it at the end of the axe towards the end. Oh, I think that's plan. So let's get another piece. This will only be for chopping really lightweight stuff, so chopping down this kind of stuff, because it hasn't got the oomph behind it to cut big thick logs. But cutting wise, it has got quite a wide kind of edge on it, so the tape on it's quite wide, so it will cut decently. So let's see if I can get to split using this method, so the straight method. So yeah, it does work. As I say, this ain't going to be for chopping massive pieces of wood, it's going to be for chopping little bits down for fireboxes and stuff. So see if this will work. So yeah, it does work, cutting, splitting. But what I'll probably do is when I cut these down with the saw, I'll cut them down to like about 3/4 of the length of this, so you can get the axe in nice and so that the full edge is kind of cutting across. So yeah, so that's the trekking hatchet from Husqvarna. I got it today from a shop called Bob Richardson Tools and Fasteners, or on the internet it's called Tools Today, and it was £59. Okay, so nice little hatchet for day hikes, when you're doing a few miles and you need an axe to kind of cut down, ready for a fire. But yeah, nice little trekking hatchet. It's a bit thinner up the top here, so you could carve with it and come up nice and tight and carve tent pegs and stuff. So if you wanted to put a point on this piece here, you could get up nice and close, but you know, it's unique, and put a spike on. But I tell you what, for how light it is, 620 grams, it's a decent little axe. And for making like tent stakes, putting points on poles, locking in tent pegs, I think that'll be alright, man. Okay, so I have got another video which I'm going to add this to the end of my new hatchet that I've got, which is the Husqvarna trekking hatchet. But I've done a little bit of work to the handle, so I've sanded off the Husqvarna, so I don't really like that. Give it a good sand, and it's a lot more grippy now. put some board linseed oil on it as well. But as you can see, it's got a bit dirty, so but it is, it's an axe, it's a working axe, it's going to get dirty, so I will excuse me, I will kind of clean that up a little bit when I get back. So, but the linseed oil has done its job. It's brought out the grain a little bit more. So yeah, so just a little bit of work on it. And I have sanded. I mentioned in the first part of this video that the handle was quite wide here, and I did take the sandpaper to it. It's probably, you can't see any difference, but it just feels a bit narrower now at that end, so you can get your hand down a little bit more. So I did get some like 60 grit and shape that a little bit more. So, but yeah, just thought I'd update on that little hatchet.